Hey, what's going on, guys? All right, so we'll try to make this as quick as possible. I don't know that I'm going to be shedding light on anything new as far as stropping goes, but we'll kind of go over how I do it and the reasons behind it. So this has seen very, very minimal home, 1K, but I'm not even done on the 1K yet. Just wanted to have a razor to show you with. So these are just regular GD razors, but the reason for stropping is this, okay? We have the edge. Now, you have, yeah, obviously, you know, the apex of the edge, which is the very, very tip of the edge here, right? As you're shaving whiskers and whatever else, wear the very, very edge of the apex down, okay? And so you need something to without going back to the stones, you need something to kind of get it back into shape. And that's why we strop. So I'll kind of show you what I do and my technique. Again, not going to be anything different than what you've seen before if you've seen a stropping video. So I have several strops here. First I have so 3 strop. This is my tri-strop from Duke City. I mean, you know, I don't get kickbacks or anything from them. I just like their products. But this is my Duke City strop. I don't know if you'll be able to see it at the top there. I'm doing this from behind the camera. It's kind of weird. But my Duke City strop. If you get this strop, it comes with the nylon on the back here. And then also, if you flip that over, you have the nylon on one side and then you have the cotton on the other side. I prefer the cotton over the nylon. Your mileage may vary though. But in addition, I have another nylon here. And I purchased another of the, what you call it here. So, but we won't use those at the moment. And back here, I have my other, you could tell when I was brand new, this is my very first strop. And you can see some nicks here. We'll get into that and things I knew when I first started, so I could have avoided a couple of nicks. But I use basically, you don't want to roll over your nicks until you sand that out. I didn't sand it out, so I basically just strop from about here up and back down. So that's when I use this strop. You can tell it's very well worn. You can see the sheen on it. But I rarely use this one now. The back of this is basically just hide. It's really not, you really shouldn't use the back of this for straights. Okay, so what I'll do, let's say that I've gotten this razor from whoever, it's freshly honed. I use it every shave, okay? What do you want to do now? Well, this is what I personally do. Like I said, I don't prefer nylon. This is the nylon. I prefer the cotton, which is on this side. But if you've purchased a Duke City strop, you can use whichever you want. You can play with it. I don't necessarily know that I see a difference. We'll use both really quick, but I'll show you the sound. The nylon, which is this, makes like a corduroy sound. You remember those old pants? Well, at least that I had when I was a kid. Old corduroy pants, and they have like the little ripples. You roll your finger up and it goes brr, brr, brr. So anyways, that's kind of what we get from the nylon strap. But it's a much more tactile feel for me when I'm using the cotton. That's why I prefer it. But again, it's preference. Again, I don't know that there's a big difference, if any, when stropping. But all right, let's go ahead and strop with both. So let's say you just got this from whoever, me, whoever. You just finished shaving. What do you want to do? Well, first you want to take, let's take this rag that I have up here. We want to take our rag and we want to wipe the spine. We want to make sure everything is dry. So I'm not touching the edge. I'm just basically grabbing down here at the spine. And I'm getting everything right below the edge, starting about right here. You can see where the towel is. That's my thumb and forefinger. And I'm just going to wipe the excess water off the edge when I'm done shaving, okay? At that point, what I'm going to do, very gently, I'm going to flatten my palm as much as possible. And I'm going to go, like I'm back stropping, I'm going to go back. I'm not going to go against the edge. I don't want to cut into the towel. I'm going to go away from the towel. Or away from the edge, rather. And all this is going to do very gently, very lightly. All we're trying to do right here is, you know, we're trying to get the water off of the edge after our shaves. Okay? So that's all we do with the towel. Then is when I go to either the nylon or the cotton. So I'll show you both. This is the nylon. What I do is basically just hold it. You know, you want to hold the strop very taut. You want to have it tight. I'm pulling on this thing. And we want to start slow. If you haven't done this before, start slow. That's all I could tell you. Minimal pressure. The objective here is not to push the edge into the strop. We're just trying to make contact, okay? We're just making contact. We're going to go up once. You do not have to go the entire length of the strop. That's a misconception. You do not have to do that. But another thing is, you want to make sure you're not getting anywhere near the hardware pair. If your strop has hardware, do not start stropping up here, please. Start a good ways down. Get on the strop. So up, flip it, back. That's one. On nylon and or cotton, after a shave, I will typically do 25 to 30 on nylon or cotton. I'll go full speed now. Well, it's not full speed. Again, I'm behind this camera, so it's I'm not in a natural position, but so that's, again, you kind of hear that corduroy like a zipper. So that's kind of what that sounds like. Again, it's preference as far as what you want here. So real quick, I'll kind of show you the cotton. No, that's another nylon. Here's the cotton. So the cotton has a better feel, in my opinion. I have too much on this hook. It's not sitting right. Try to get everything on the same. Oh, that can stay. Whatever. Ugh. I need to take a picture of like the current setup that I have because it's very goofy. Anyway, all right. So this is the cotton. So what you're hearing mainly, like the majority of the noise is basically the spine, right? You're hearing a lot of this, but obviously when I'm flipping the blade, I'm just barely touching the edge of the razor to the strop. Okay, all right. So I'll do that, like I said, 25 to 30 passes. And then I'll do typically 100, right? After each shave, I'll do 100 on leather. Now, before you start stropping on leather, do yourself a favor. And if you're fresh out of the shower, it might be a little harder. What we want to do is we want to impart natural oils either in our palms. I'll use my forearms. I'll run my hand through my hair. And we want to basically rub the strop. We want to get it kind of oily, for lack of a better term, okay? That's what we want to do. So like sometimes what I'll do is I'll come in here with my forearm, right? And aggressively, I'll heat the leather up and put some elbow grease. All right, leather's nice and hot, or warm, I should say. So we're good to go. So what I'll do at this point, now that I feel, and I'll kind of go over strop prep as well. When I first get strops, I do not use them as they are. If you were to get like a Kaniyama or something like that, a very high-end strop, they come in well broken in the leather. I wouldn't say that this is the most broken in strop I've used. But you can get it there, and for the price, in my opinion, you can't beat this strop. Anyway, so this is what I'll do. Exact same thing as with the others. I'm pulling very, very tight. That's loose. I want that thing straight. Let me see. You can see the hardware. So you see how straight it is? That's how I'm holding it. Basically, exact same thing. Like I said, after each shave, I will do 100 passes. But when I'm done honing a razor, and before I'm shipping it out, I do 200 to 300 passes, just depending on how the edge feels. You could hear, if you listen close enough, you could hear a ping. And that means that edge is very, very refined. Do not go as fast as I'm going whenever you first start out, please. Go slow. Do it slow. Get the motion down. Understand what you're doing. Going this slow is perfectly fine. What I'm doing right here. You don't need to go any faster than this. It's not going to make anything better other than the time you spend stropping. That's it. You could take an hour and do 100 laps. I could take a minute and do 100 laps. And as long as we're using the same pressure, which should be very, very minute pressure, we will have the same exact refined edge. The speed at which you do this does not matter. So that's pretty much it. Now, strop prep. You see how it's kind of getting white? There's nothing wrong with it. Just the oils. Again, like I said. See? What I'll tell you is this. Let me go and grab it real quick. It's in the other bathroom. I'm going to go grab it, bring it in here, and I'll show you what I do to this. This particular strop I have only been using for about a month. I still wouldn't say that this is fully broken in. It's probably going to take another 2 months for me to fully break this in like this one is. You can tell the difference here. Obviously that's tanned. This is tanned as well. That's tanned with a darker color. But you could tell how, like I said, the sheen alone on this. This is extremely broken in. I've had this since I first started straight razor shaving. I think 2019, the end of 2019, right before 2020. So yeah, I've had this strop for a very, very long time. It's extremely broken in. I don't do anything to this other than impart my oils from my hands, my hair, my forearm, whenever I'm using this. I'm trying to get that one over there, the Duke City one, fully broken in. That's what I've been working on. Let me go grab what I'm going to show you here and kind of show you what I do to kind of get strops where I like them. Okay, so this right here is what I consider my secret weapon as far as strops. Yeah, you can use whatever that's on the forum that you read. Sure, absolutely. This is what I use. This is what works for me. If you find something else that works better, great. But mink oil, that's what I use. I bought this off of, actually, I think it was Amazon. I've used this, I'm telling you, on this strop, I probably put, I'd say, 10 to 15 coatings on this thing while breaking it in. I've only done three. I've only done 3 coatings on this. So I'm gonna go ahead and do another one right here in front of you. So let's go ahead and pop this open. Now, what I'm gonna do, I keep a Ziploc bag with a microfiber towel, and this is strictly used. You'll see I haven't washed it yet. It's still got stains. Strictly used for the mink oil. Okay, so all I'll do, just kind of get my fingers, go directly into the mink oil. You don't need a whole lot because this stuff spreads. Take my strop. And again, this is like, this has nothing to do with the straight razors themselves, but in my opinion, this is kind of something that's, you see the coating we have there. And I'll just kind of put this over the entire strop. Now, you won't be able to use your strop for some time after you do this. I'd say give it at least 48 hours to kind of dry. That's it. Thin coat. You see how it's got that sheen. So I'll just kind of let that sit now. That'll sit there for the next 2 days. I won't be able to use it, but that's where this one comes in. I'll be able to use it while that one's curing. And like I said, another 2 months. I haven't been really keeping on maintaining this with the mink oil, but I think another 2 months of using the mink oil on it, maybe once a week. And shoot, man, this thing's gonna be beautiful whenever it's done. It's a I want to say it's 36. It's a 36-inch strop. It's 3 inches wide. Very, very nice strop. So anyway, that's the video, guys. Yeah, so guys that are asking, you know, when I get a straight razor from you or whoever, and I want to strop it or keep it maintained, what do I do? Well, that's what I do. Get yourself a strop. Do you need the cotton or the well, it's technically linen, I guess, or the other? No, you don't. You don't need either of these, okay? If you have them, great, you can use them. 25, 30 passes, maybe 40 if you want to push it, but you don't need those. You need the leather. Now, some people will say, well, no, I don't really need a strop. I'll just use a pair of old jeans or whatever and put it on a flat board. Okay, if that works for you, go for it. I'm not going to tell you what you're going to do is not going to work, but what I would suggest is this. This strop, 20 bucks, okay? The Duke City strop right there that you see, the Duke City leather strop, and then the two, the nylon and the cotton, I think it was like 42 bucks on Amazon. I'm sorry, not Amazon, eBay. If you need a link, leave a comment. You can shoot me an email. It's in the description. You can instant message me or whatever, direct message me on Instagram. I can give you the link to the guy. I think his name is Mike. Mike or Dave. I'm sorry. He's not gonna watch this video anyway. But yeah, Mike or Dave. I'll give you the website to the eBay link or whatever, and you could buy one. Test. It's like I said, 41, 42 bucks. At least test, right? Like, don't just read something on a forum that a guy told you that has stropped, you know, one razor his entire life, and like, oh yeah, I just use jeans, an old pair of jeans. Okay, all right, good. Like, if that works for you, great. I'm happy for you. But like, at least try something other than jeans. Anyway, that's my rant for this video. But yeah, if you guys have any additional questions, leave them in the comments, and I'll get to them, and kind of I'll make a follow-up vid if you guys have any more specific questions, or I'll just answer them, whichever is easiest. So hope you guys have a great Sunday. Happy Easter. Should have probably prefaced this video with that, but it is what it is. Have a good one, guys. Enjoy.